Hey everyone, welcome back to Group Chat, the #1 podcast in the world. We are having a very spirited discussion about the future. And the future apparently involves a fake football team, some questionable fake art, fake engagement rings, maybe some shoes.
If you're in the real world, you're just not trying hard enough.
Yeah. So basically, like, Anand's trying to tell me that in the future, you just put on some sunglasses and that's how you get buzzed. So if that's the life you want to live, let's get into it.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, Group Chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
All right, I've never gotten more DMs in my life than yesterday. And it was all about Barstool Video posting a kid reading a kid's storybook that says Dee's nuts.
Okay.
I saw that.
I mean, every single follower of mine, I have 24,000 followers. It felt like 24,000 people DM me that.
So what was the story being read?
It was Dee's nuts. It's a squirrel and his nuts.
And they just wanted to poke fun at you?
No, yeah. They were obviously, Barstool just posted it because it's funny. And I've seen that book or whatever before. And it was just, finally a friend of mine messaged me like in the evening because I'm assuming I'm not the first person to send you this, but I had to send it to you. So that was a fun way to kind of wake up to the other day. It was just, I got all these DMs. I'm like, oh shit, what happened? Am I canceled? And then I started looking. It's no, everyone's sent me the same exact video.
I like how your first thought was, am I canceled?
Well, because that's when I figured, if you're going to get that kind of engagement, it's usually something angry.
Yeah.
It's usually something angry. So I thought that was a fun way to start the day. But really, that's not even the biggest news. Before we get into all the NFT news, there was a huge high school football game that happened the other day. And it was from the great state of Ohio, the team out of Columbus, Ohio, Bishop Sycamore.
The same week of the Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley fight that happened in Ohio.
Little did we know that was not the biggest sporting event in the country. It was actually this high school game. And who did they play? They played like the IMG Academy?
Yeah, so for reference, IMG is a sports academy down in Florida where they basically house the best juniors sub-18 across all sports. Tennis, basketball, football, soccer, doesn't matter. If you're a star athlete at the age of 12, 13, and you're like top in your class for whatever sport you play, you have the option to go to IMG Academy. And they train you. And, school's clearly secondary. It's kind of like the Europe model.
Yeah.
When you're like really good at something, they just take you out of school and just, we'll do the 4 hours of required academics work, but like get on the court and let's play.
And so these are your best athletes. So, they're playing Bishop Sycamore out of Columbus, Ohio, powerhouse school out of Ohio. And, by the second quarter, they're down 30-0 to Bishop Sycamore.
So Bishop Sycamore appears to be an online school.
It appears not to be a real school.
It's unclear if they're an online school or a real school. And they lost 58-0.
Yeah.
And apparently the commentators this is played on ESPN.
Yeah, which is even better.
And played on ESPN, and the commentators were watching the game and saying like, there's like serious risk of injury.
Yeah.
Like there's a clear mismatch. I mean, if you go to IMG, you're likely like 99% sure you're playing Division I sports.
Yeah.
In whatever sport you play.
Yeah.
Like you're not going pro is very different, but you're at least going to play college. And they just completely mopped the floor with them. I don't know if it's a spoof or not, because Friday they claimed the team played and 15 of the players were able to play on Saturday.
Or Sunday, yeah. They lost Sunday.
They lost Sunday and they shouldn't have played back-to-back. The coach got fired. I have no idea what's going on. I've read literally 10 articles about this, and it's really unclear what's going on with Bishop Sycamore. But the real egg on their face is ESPN. How'd they allow this to happen? So they blamed this on their marketing arm that books all these high school games. I think it's called Paragon.
Yeah.
But ultimately, ESPN, you're the one that broadcasted it. So you can't just blame like a third-party agency of like hosting this fake school against the best athletes in the country.
I mean, IMG beats this school 56-0.
58.
58-0. Why? I don't mind it.
What don't you mind?
I don't mind a bunch of kids, but this fake school decided to want to play a game. Why not? Everything else is fake. We're buying fucking rocks and apes that don't matter. We should watch. I would watch recreational football on ESPN. And if it was like, yo, the group chat crew is going to go play Pod Save America and tackle football. Fuck it. I'll watch it. I don't think anything matters anymore. This is all bullshit. Life is bullshit. This world is bullshit. Who cares at Bishop Sycamore?
Well, I think the problem is ESPN broadcasted the game as if it was a real matchup.
It was real. They play football. What's fake?
That this was an actual like elite competition. Had ESPN said, hey, we're barstooling this, we're going to compile a bunch of random teenagers and go against the best prep athletes and see what happens.
If anything, ESPN has proven a new business model. It doesn't matter what you show on the channel.
This is the most press ESPN's had in years.
Yeah. And it's and honestly, they should just pull up the parks and just kids are playing basketball and just show that. I mean, it doesn't. They're paying for all these rights for like useless sports. And I'm not going to mention the sports so people don't get offended.
Which ones?
Everything but NFL and NBA is fucking useless.
No, SEC matters.
Okay, football.
Yeah.
I'm saying football matters. Men's professional basketball matters. Everything else does not make money.
World Cup, they have.
Okay, whatever. Okay, every 4 fucking years. You get my point.
So what sports are you
You
saying?
have to fit all this scheduling.
Mm-hmm.
And they pay for rights for scheduling, right? Like they pay for the rights for this content.
Yeah, like baseball, they probably shouldn't be paying.
They're paying for all kinds of weird things, right? That cost them money. Their subscriber base is declining. They're growing in irrelevance. You got to fill 4 hours just show fake football games. It doesn't matter.
Do you remember?
We'd rather watch. Here's what ESPN knows. We'd rather watch high school football than 80% of the sports they show. If there's a high school football game on a Friday night and it's on ESPN, I have nothing to watch. I actually sit and watch it. I'll watch any football.
If there's like a story.
No, I don't need a story.
You just want to watch kids playing football?
Yeah, it's fun.
No, this is a fun story. Like if you proposition this matchup properly, like, hey, we're taking the IMG prep football team, which is all kids going to Division I football team. We're going to compile a bunch of kids in Ohio and see if they can compete.
I mean, Pete, they were even saying that some of these kids were not even 18. They're like way older.
But you have to like position it properly. I don't think just watching random high school sports. Like the only reason I watched the Sierra Canyon championship game was because Drake was posting Amari Bailey and Bronny was there.
That's you. There's plenty of people that would happily watch a lot of things that don't maybe, are the highest quality of sports as long as it's somewhat entertaining. And I just think that I want to give a big shout out to Bishop Sycamore. They might be my winner of the week already.
It is the biggest story in sports today.
Yeah. And so obviously I'm jumping on the train. I'm a big fan. I might even become an alumnus there one day.
I think, are you going to switch from Harvard to Bishop Sycamore? Well, I guess Harvard's your college. You haven't chosen a high school yet.
I haven't chosen my high school. So I'm actually dropping merch today. Head over to melroseplace.co and pick up your own Bishop Sycamore. I don't even know my alma mater. It's so confusing.
Yeah.
But Bishop Sycamore merch. We're doing a special drop for the students out there. So head over to melroseplace.co and pick up a Melrose Place hoodie with Bishop Sycamore.
That needs to be a TikTok, Jason. Bishop Sycamore merch.
I mean, this is just too blockbuster.
I think you should make another fake school.
It'll be the hottest merch on TikTok.
But they were on ESPN.
Yeah.
I need to work.
Go on Barstool Sports.
What?
Put together like 10 kids to play Sierra Canyon
basketball.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyways, the merch is real, guys. So if you want to go check it out, go to Bishop Sycamore. There we go.
There we go.
Go to melroseplace.co.
Might as well just change the name of the whole
operation.
business. Yeah.
I will say this is like when we had those anti-Karen shirts.
Yeah.
That was Kai, right?
Yeah.
That sent us those. And I used to wear those around. It's the only thing I've ever worn in the last few years where I would just get comments. People like, yeah, anti-Karen. I think you'll get the same with the Bishop Sycamore.
Oh yeah, I'm printing. We have a DTG printer in the office. I'm printing a Bishop Sycamore sweatshirt today. I'm gonna wear it out today in public, and I know I'm gonna get the reaction I want. So I'm excited about this. I love everything about this story. Just it proves further that we live in. This is the metaverse. It's a fake team.
Metaverse is hot. Everything's meta.
Yeah, it is meta.
They're scheduled to play a Kentucky State champion later this week.
Well, these guys are on a rigorous schedule this week, high school.
I mean,
3 games, 7
who's
days.
the marketing team? This is genius.
Genius. I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
just hope the kids don't get hurt. Like 58-0, you're just getting mauled.
I mean, maybe they should focus on some other sports. I want to start the
But
Bishop
it just shows you also how broken corporate America is. Like ESPN got duped. ESPN didn't do this on purpose. Let's be very clear.
Yeah.
ESPN, which is the parent company, or their parent company is Disney.
Yeah.
I think it's a $170 billion company, $160 billion company,
Yeah.
got duped to play a fake school
Yes.
on their national broadcast.
It's
So-
insane.
It just further shows how the distrust in institutions and massive corporations should continue because they couldn't even figure this out.
Yeah.
Like, wait until there's real stakes. Like, how can you trust what we're hearing about, like, foreign policy issues or COVID or whatever, if they can't even figure out if this is a real school that's playing on fucking ESPN?
They're playing Ivermectin High School next. It just tells you like everything's bullshit right now. It's all bullshit.
Well, that's a great point. Is it bullshit now or has it been bullshit our entire lives? And we were just thought the 5 major networks were feeding us real stuff.
I mean,
We just are more equipped with information to know Bishop Sycamore is a sham. Like, I don't know, when LeBron was going around the country his high school senior year playing everyone, like, were there fake teams he played? I have no idea.
you know what the difference is? If it's fake now, we don't even really care anymore.
Sure.
We really don't care. We're just like, yeah, this is funny. Let's have more teams that are fake. Like, it's just that we live in a different world. Maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago, this is outrage.
But it was pretend fake or pretend caring 20 years ago.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it was more fake shit then. I mean, we're buying pictures now.
Yeah, but you're buying oil on canvas then.
Yeah.
Same shit.
At least there was only like limited amount of those. This is like 25,000.
A bigger audience.
Bigger audience. That's true. I like it. I'm with it. I want to be a part of all of it. I love this unregulated. Everything's unregulated. High school football is an unregulated sport.
Right.
People are just, there's no rules anymore. Who are these guys? Anyways, go buy the merch. And speaking of people that like to regulate everything, China dropping the hammer, limiting the youth with 3 hours a week for video game play.
So Monday through Thursday, if you're in China under the age of 18, you're not allowed to play video games.
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're allowed 1 hour a day.
I love it. Go China on this one. This is, they know this is rotting kids' brains.
I think they're repositioning. This is like going to be very fascinating to see how this plays out over the next 10, 15 years. Because what China has basically said is we don't care about consumer facing. We don't care about video games. We don't care about entertainment. We don't care about social commerce. We don't care about any of these things.
Yes.
We're going to triple and quadruple down on software, hard tech, AI. So if you're a young Chinese entrepreneur, if you're working on those issues, it seems today you're unrestrained. However, if you decide to focus on video games, social commerce, anything fun related, they're basically saying this isn't a strategic advantage for the country. Why are we making our best talent focus on this?
Yeah.
And they basically said like entertainment fun's over.
Yeah.
If you're smart and you want to participate, you have to work on these things. So is this a strategic point where they are looking 10, 15 years out, like we're going to dominate the world with AI software and hardware, the industries that aren't touched, and just crush the world? Or will there eventually be dissension and the youth just go crazy and want to revolt?
Well, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at America's youth. They don't want to work.
Yep.
They want to play video games all day. We have depression. We have mental health issues. We have a population that is obsessed with fame, now NFTs. People are trying to hack their way without they're trying to figure out hacks so they can make the most amount of money and do the least amount of work, right? Which maybe they'll figure out. Great, that's fine. China is taking the road of like, we know that if we want to dominate America, because that's all they care about is dominating America.
Well, there's only, no offense to the rest of the world, from a global superpower, there's 2 countries.
Yeah.
It's China, US. That's it.
Exactly.
No one else really matters.
Exactly. And so if you're trying to figure that out and you're seeing like the picture that Chinese government is probably painting to Chinese youth about America is this place is out of fucking control.
Mm-hmm.
Completely out of control, right? They're showing the worst of what's happening. And they're saying, this is going to be us if we don't get shit under control. And knowing a lot of people, I've spent a lot of time with mainland China people, they believe that. They believe the Chinese government is best for them. So let's just take the video game angle. Do we believe there's any inherent benefit to play video games 4 hours a day?
So I actually got the counter.
Okay.
So
so I'm asking the question, what is the benefit of playing?
A very close friend who you know created Farmville.
Yeah.
It was one of the biggest social games in the history of the internet.
Yeah.
It was early on. And we were in a group chat, and he thinks it's a strategic disadvantage for China to do this because as we're seeing in the early innings of crypto, play to earn matters. Play to earn games are going to matter.
Mm-hmm.
And that video games are going to be an integral part of the economy. They already are, right? If you think about the video game industry, it's massive. But if you talk to any hardcore crypto person, they all believe video games are going to be one of the parts of like just manifesting this whole world to be real.
Yep.
Because what do younger people like to do? They like to play games. How do we incorporate crypto into games? We can make crypto more important.
Yeah.
So it was a very interesting take because I would not have thought of that. And he's a really smart dude. And he believes that this is actually a strategic disadvantage.
So I thought the same thing with given what's happening with Axie Infinity. I'll argue that controlling your population is more important than a bunch of people playing.
Well, I guess it depends where technology goes because we actually don't know.
But you're going to need hardware.
So
you're going to need hardware.
To be honest, like if you really want to think like outside the box, play to earn games could be the new version of being a farmer.
Okay, so you still got to eat.
So you have to empower your population.
So I think for the Philippines, it's fantastic because they're trying to get themselves out. China's out. They're not worried about, can our citizens eat and benefit from they're in a very, very different boat. So like, if that's the case.
I guess your point is China doesn't care about empowering their citizens.
No, why? They did it. They did it. They willed their country into relevance.
Right.
They're a manufacturing superpower. They're a technology superpower. They've proven they can be a cultural superpower. They just don't want to participate in that anymore. But to me, like, I love it. I think it's a great move. I don't think there's inherent benefit to kids playing video games all day. So yes, in this country,
I agree. You don't want kids playing video games 20 hours a day. However, I feel like video games is the new pop culture.
Yeah, and which China doesn't allow you to see the version that exists outside of their country.
Yeah, but this could have been a way because China actually dominated video games.
Yeah.
In the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Like if you think about who Riot Games, League of Legends,
Yeah.
I think the vast majority, I don't know if it's 60, 70, 80%.
I mean, that can't
China.
be good for Tencent.
Yeah.
Just crushing.
Tencent stock hasn't gone down much, by the way.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
looked
they're
at
not
it just
making as
now.
much money on gaming in China. Maybe their gaming money is coming from Americans playing
if
20 hours a day.
that came out, Tencent should be down 50%.
But maybe
It's a $600 billion company.
Yeah. But gaming's not their only source of revenue.
No, of
right?
course. But it's just hinting like Tencent, you're done.
Yeah.
If we're gonna do this, we're gonna go after social commerce. You can't do this.
Yeah. So I know the understanding of play to earn is one thing. I don't believe, honestly, play to earn is going to work in America.
Why not? There's 10 million people that work hourly jobs in retail and all these different industries. Would you rather stand at the Gap for 12 hours a day or play a fucking video game for 5?
Do you know what you get to do when you work at the Gap? You get to text and FaceTime and talk to your friends because
That's because no one's showing up.
no one's walking in the Gap. Of course, you'd rather work at the Gap. You know, if you got to play to earn video games, you got to grind it out. I would rather work at the Gap and do
Jason,
nothing.
You're the youth.
No one would want to work at the Gap ever.
I know, but when you find out you have to sit in front of your phone for 12 hours a day, or
I think
I would love to do that if I worked at the Gap.
you left work early yesterday, so I don't know if that's possible.
yeah.
Jason.
Why'd you leave work early?
Oh my gosh. Here we go. Are you serious? You want me to answer right now?
Yeah. I was blown away.
What? See? What?
It was like 2 p.m. and Jason's like, "Oh, I'll see you tomorrow."
It was 3:30. I left like an hour and a half early.
That's where we're coming from. This is why China is doing what they're doing, because they smell
Jason
blood.
leaves work early.
Yeah. They know. They're like, you know what? There's Jason all
Jason
over
had some
America.
headphones on. He was going play to earn.
Yeah. He's got 2 jobs.
Oh God.
I'm just saying from a Chinese perspective, okay, video games play to earn is in early innings, right? So maybe it becomes the future of gaming. I don't think I still don't believe that's going to empower their youth. Let's say Call of Duty becomes the big play to earn game, okay? Okay, we're going to give our youth fucking guns in a video game to just shoot everyone up and earn money. Why? How in society does that help you?
I think we're not thinking broader enough of how video games can get more intertwined to the real economy.
China has proven they don't care.
I know they don't care, but I think that could be a big portion of the economy that they don't participate in.
They're okay with that. If ByteDance got in their way, they will shut TikTok down.
Of course. And I think that's why we're so stupid we're allowing TikTok in the US, because China's clearly said this is stupid for our country.
Yes.
Let's export it to the US and just exploit the shit out of them.
Yes.
I've been saying for fucking 18 months we should have banned TikTok.
Yes. I believe that day one we shouldn't have allowed the fuckery to continue.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: is they're playing chess. We can see in 30 years where our country is and where China is, and we can see where the rest of the world is. I think the rest of the world, play to earn, makes sense. They're still a manufacturing superhouse.
I think play to earn is the first iteration. I think it's going to be something I can't even imagine. I'm not a fucking genius.
Yeah.
But there's some genius figuring out what video games actually means.
Okay.
Like you play and you fucking have groceries show up. I don't know.
So who's going to make all the food and pharmaceuticals? It'll be China. They're still going to make all that shit.
Yeah, they'll keep exporting fentanyl and TikTok to us. Don't worry.
Yes. And then they'll control us.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad job for them. Everyone can't be playing video games. Someone has to make the computer that you play video games on.
But if you think about a Chinese kid under the age of 18, my guess, if you have a smartphone, you're playing 6 to 7 hours a day.
Not anymore.
So what are you doing?
You're reading. You're learning.
And what's the punishment going to be for the parents? To go to jail, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't. It's a wrap.
Do they send the kids to jail or the parents to jail?
Send them all. Teach them a lesson. The rules are rules.
This may be useless because it's anecdotal, but I feel like the people I know who are the most tech savvy are the biggest gamers I know.
Yeah.
For sure.
They've spent the most time in the tech universe, figuring out all of these back alleyways to program stuff and hack into games and stuff like that, because they've spent so much time in video games. It makes them like an innovative like engineer.
So I believe that to be true. I also believe there are probably a cohort of engineers that never played video games that are still.
But they're good engineers. But I do agree with Tim, what he just said. I think that's their version of creativity.
Yeah.
Like going and playing video games and understanding. Because, I mean, I've said this on this podcast probably 50 times. Like one of the founders of Coinbase 5 years ago told me, this is where the world is heading. It's a convergence of streetwear and hip hop culture, video gamers, and crypto.
Yeah.
What are we talking about the next 5 topics?
Yeah. No,
it's literally that.
And guess what China does not want you to do? Dress streetwear, listen to hip hop, or have fucking crypto. They're banning that shit from their country. Because you know why?
I'm going to go with Fred from Coinbase that's where the world's heading, not where China thinks it's heading.
You know, but it doesn't. But you're not understanding. It doesn't matter to China where the world is heading. Their job is to control their people.
Sure.
So they're winning their game. Doesn't mean everyone else can't win their game.
China's basically looking at it from the perspective: can I extract 1,000 more tons of coal from Africa? That's more valuable.
Or make the deal with the Taliban that they're doing right now on all the natural minerals and building the freeway to the minerals.
But they're thinking real world, whereas the world's actually going digital. So it's going to be fascinating how this plays out.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get a snack in the metaverse, you could figure that shit out. I still get hungry in the real world, okay? I like fucking tequila. I want to get drunk in the real world. I don't be like, man, I'm so high in the metaverse.
Oh, the Oculus will get you drunk. Don't worry.
Yeah, be
and
vomiting.
You know you have to have the calories.
I want that experience. I want to get high in the metaverse.
Do you not believe Oculus in like 3 years, we just put that on, pretend we're drunk, and never had to drink alcohol?
That's good for population decline.
Decline,
yeah, because that means you're not hanging out with anyone. You're not having sex. If you're not getting drunk, the chances of having sex are low. And now all of a sudden we're sitting in America. We're like, man, we are so efficient on play to earn, but there's no fucking people in 100 years. And China's like, okay, it worked out good for us. What percentage of video gamers are procreating? How about that? That's the math that I would do. Video gamers and kids. Man, I crushed the metaverse. Great. Where are your kids?
I actually just got served an ad on TikTok yesterday. It's a dating app specifically for gamers. Specifically
in the real world or the metaverse?
Games. It's like you set up like video game dates with each other.
Okay, so you're of age. I mean, like, do you want to date a significant other that plays video games all day?
Tim can't say no. He says he's banned. That's all.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Video game doesn't matter then.
You fuck the video game.
It sounds like they'd be home a lot.
Yeah, do you want someone?
Tim can't say no to any group.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Jason, do you like when your significant other plays video games all day?
Define all day.
As much as, like
8 hours
Friday night. What do you like to do on a Friday night?
Let's go out. I like to hang out with
Okay,
friends.
let's say your significant other says, I want to stay home and play 6 hours of Fortnite.
I don't know about Fortnite.
Or whatever.
What game do you play? Call of Duty?
I don't play anything anymore, but yeah, whatever's popping, whatever I'm into. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so whatever.
I mean, if it wasn't like every Friday, if it was like, oh, I want to do this, like maybe like 2 Fridays of the month, like, all right, whatever. If it's my significant other and that's somebody I like care about, then sure, why not?
Yeah, well, let's see that happen in real life, not in the metaverse. All right, so let's get into the topic that everyone cares about: NFT. It's absolute madness. Every 5 minutes, all I'm seeing on my phone is either a text message, a DM, a notification, something about NFTs. It is absolutely bonkers what's going on. So Drake officially announced his album, September 3rd, Certified Lover Boy. And he had a series of emojis was his album cover. And it looked like an NFT inspired type thing. It was like, I don't know how many different versions of it. And you come to find out it's actually, and everyone said it looks like Damien Hirst. It was actually a Damien Hirst image that he created for his album cover. And subsequently, the NFT for Damien Hirst has gone up 2,400% in the last month. So a month ago, you could have bought a Damien Hirst NFT for $2,000. The floor is now $50,000.
So, well, to be fair, Damien Hirst NFTs had already risen up until yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever Drake posted it. So Drake posted his art, didn't actually tag anyone. And then late last night, US time, he tagged Damien Hirst and everyone figured out Damien Hirst did the NFT. I think there's opportunity because this run up from 2K to 50K is actually happened before Drake. So if you want to do pre-Drake and post-Drake, I don't think we've gotten the post-Drake run-up yet.
No, I don't think so. I think it's about to go bananas.
I think it's still like 17, 18 ETH to get a Damien Hirst. And we haven't seen the Drake pump. This is not financial advice. This is not what you should do. But I don't think we've seen Drake's power yet on the Damien Hirst NFTs.
Yeah, and I think
and I could be dated by the time this podcast comes out and it's doubled or tripled. But as of today at 1:54 p.m. Pacific US time on Tuesday, it hasn't happened. This is how quick crypto's moving. I need to caveat.
Time and date every
because
you make about it.
I mean, and let me tell you something. So if you're interested in this project, it's on Henny.com, HENI.com. I could clearly tell you, I do not know what the fuck is going on this site. If you told me I had a gun to my head and said, you have to buy a Damien Hirst NFT, I could not figure it out. It is like so complicated to buy this thing on their site. It sounds like you can't buy it there anymore. So now if you go to OpenSea, which is OpenSea.io, and try to buy it, it's on there because you can list it anywhere once you own the NFT. The floor is now 18.5 ETH.
So 18.5 times 3,300 is 61K.
So it's already 61K. This article was this morning. It was $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're getting a slight Drake boost.
I mean, the album comes out Friday. If the album's hot, we're going to 100.
Yeah, it'll be 100,000. I might buy one.
18 ETH? Yeah, it's not a bad deal. This is 100% going up.
Yeah, Damien Hirst is a blue chip.
He's a blue chip fine art person. It's like free money.
Again, not financial advice.
All right, I forgot my lunch today. Luckily, our mom has been coming over a lot, staying with us, and she makes enough food for the week.
Okay.
I ate it all on the first day on Mondays. I ate it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so I had no food. So I came in the office, and the problem after you work out, I get so hungry. So today I walk in, I go to the fridge. I was like, oh, I wonder if I still have my mom's food. I'm like, guess what? I don't. It's gone. So I had to have a mini meal, and thanks to Oro, I was satiated with 25 vitamins and minerals, enough to give me the energy I need to get through the day, because doing this podcast actually exerts a lot of energy, because, hurling insults, just talking loud, getting excited, like how Bitcoin, you use a lot of energy.
Sure.
That's how I feel when I do this podcast. I am mining my face off here.
If it weren't for Oro, there's zero chance you'd have got through this episode.
Zero chance. So head over to drinkoro.com. And of course, we got a special deal for you. Use the code GroupChat20 and get 20% off. I'm a fan. I've seen some of the Cathys already start buying and getting it. You put it in the fridge. I'm drinking the chocolate and the vanilla. Fantastic. And I see them get open. I feel like New Guy has had a couple.
I've had a couple. I put Jordan on today. He had one as well.
So the whole crew is now having them. Yeah. They're great. I mean, especially I don't want to get fat, so it's a nice, easy meal replacement for
And
me.
you're a boxer now.
And I'm a boxer, but I got injured.
You did.
I give a lot of credit to Jake Paul. It's not easy. Boxing is not easy. Anand has a trainer coming who's teaching boxing. I did it the third day. I do a little left hook, if that's what they call it. Boom, I hear something in my shoulder just not sound good. and I'm basically retired.
Interesting enough, the shoulder that he didn't swing with got injured.
Oh,
Yeah.
He defied physics.
Yeah.
wow. Interesting.
Well, luckily after that big boxing exercise, I was not hungry because I had Oro.
Right.
So head over to drinkoro.com. Use the code GroupChat20. This is crazy. So that was the first thing that kind of happened in NFT world when I woke up to. I then this article has been going around town and on Reddit about this guy that proposed to his girlfriend. What this young man did, who was proposing, he's 31 years old. His girlfriend Jenna, these are fake names, 28, and they've been together for 4 years. He got down on one knee, and he presented an NFT instead of a ring, and she started crying.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "How could you do this to me?" And then he explained to her that in 10 years, we could buy a mansion with this. It's a symbol of my love and devotion, but she sees it as selfish and foolish.
Get with the times, Jenna.
Okay, you go fucking do that. When Amanda wants something nice, you show up with a fucking picture. You get thrown out of your goddamn house. Okay, whatever.
But it's a picture on the blockchain.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. If this is where the world is heading, procreation is a wrap. I don't give a fuck what you think about that value of the NFT. You start sending pictures of shit to people when you propose.
I mean, let's be fair. Has anyone actually read about the diamond industry? It's literally has zero intrinsic value, and the only thing that its value is constraint of supply, which is where they don't mine.
Yeah. Okay.
Diamonds are useless.
Yeah, of course it is, but it's a status in today's market.
And what is NFTs? We just talked about Damien Hirst going from 2K to 61,000 in a month.
You can't wear that on yourself yet. When you can wear the NFT, you get to have a little hologram on your ring finger, then fine. These kids are going to redefine what marriage means. And what
barcode. Boom.
Yes, Ian Rogers listening. This is a really good idea.
Barcode on the ring.
Get a ledger ring.
Get a replica of your actual NFT.
It has to be
on your ring.
Yeah, because otherwise,
if you have a real one, you're getting robbed. If people are robbing Richard Millie's, what are they going to do for NFTs?
You need to. Here's the thing: all of this NFTs, diamond, Rolex, Ferrari, it's all flexes. Okay, that's what it is.
And that's what young people are now starting to think NFT. So I think this is going to be this could actually be the only thing that has ever dented luxury. If this NFT thing continues.
Yeah. I
don't know where it's going.
I saw some very questionable ones launched today that I think it could be over by next Friday.
It could be. I think for the record, NFTs are going to be here forever.
Yeah.
100%. The concept.
Yeah.
Is this price run up across the entire industry? Is this similar to 2017 crypto, where the frauds get washed out and the real ones like Bitcoin and Ethereum continue to rise? And does that crater the whole market? And then does it take time for the blue chips to happen? I want to make the same analogy of what I got wrong in 2020 when the pandemic hit. Asia in February and January. Remember, I started shorting Win, Live Nation. Yeah. I fucking made a killing.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, oh, this is so obvious. This is 2008 all over again. And then the pandemic actually hit the US and I was completely wrong and gave up all my gains.
Yeah.
Because what happened? Everything just moves so much faster. The Fed realized in 2008, you can't wait years to pump the economy. You just got to pump it right away and bolster the economy. Economy ripped and all the shorts got squeezed out.
Yep.
So has crypto, it's decentralized, so it's very different. Does this correction happen so much quicker and boom faster? Because there should be a correction from the frauds. If you see the personalities, I'm not going to name the names, but you see on Instagram who's pumping NFTs, it's your fucking scammers.
Yeah.
Right? It's all the scammers we've known for years. Some we know personally, some we don't know.
Yeah.
But it's the same people, the quick buck.
Well, there's a lot of new people pumping too.
Sure.
A lot of .eth on Twitter that are pumping.
A lot of .eth. But my point is, 2017, 18, 17 run up, 18 crash. It took 3 years for it to come back.
Yeah.
So even if there's this NFT boom and bust, does it happen in 3 months now?
So the only reason why I think it's going to take a longer time, because since all of this, a good chunk of the NFT craze is being purchased via Ethereum. If the Ethereum price kind of holds, like if the Ethereum price gets slaughtered tomorrow, it's down 80%.
Yep.
That's a problem.
If Ethereum goes down by 80%, everyone under 25 is going to be homeless.
Yes.
Because they're all levered.
Yeah.
They're going on Aave. They're fucking levering.
Binance has like 100x. Yeah. So I think, I agree. Look, I think this guy may be thinking about the future of how people will propose. It still doesn't work today. So
maybe he's a genius. He needs to find new love.
My guess is he finds nobody, but maybe he makes a lot of money.
And maybe a good gamer girl.
You need to find the girl on Friday night that plays 6 hours of video games.
Yeah.
Or he just needs to do what typical rich guy in the last 10 years does. They make all their money.
Yeah.
Wait. And then they go after young girls.
And guess what? You buy rings and you buy Louis Vuitton and you buy Dior.
Yeah, because you've already made your money.
Yes.
He hasn't made enough because he still needs that investment.
Yes.
The NFT.
Yeah.
The person who's made like $1 billion is
That's why I know
guy.
luxury goods are going nowhere. Because I don't care. I mean, you're just not going to convince people on digital. You're not going to convince all people that, I'm just going to walk around in a white t-shirt and blue jeans and just all my wealth is in the fucking metaverse.
So we talked about during the pandemic, post-Stimmy, all the kids who were lining up at LV on Rodeo, Dior, Chanel, you name your luxury house. Those kids are buying NFTs instead of doing that now.
They're doing both.
You think they're doing both?
When they make their money in the digital world, where do you think that's going? They're going to go hop on private jets. They're going to go dress. They're going to spend the money in the real world still. Here's the thing is like, until there's a world we never leave our house. Okay, let's say you never ever have to leave your house. That world, I'll believe you that physical goods are irrelevant. Because you're saying I won't even need to get a drink. I'm just going to put on my Oculus headset and be buzzed. So I don't need to buy food. I don't need to buy water. I don't need to buy
just put
alcohol.
your Oculus and food comes in.
I honestly do not want to live in that world. That fucking world
and
sucks.
then you won't even have to watch Netflix. It'll just spike your neurons in your brain like, oh, that was funny. Oh, that was romantic.
Every 15 minutes, laugh, cry twice a week.
Yeah, I mean,
I
don't know. This is getting crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been following crypto since 2011 and it sounded crazy then, but this is 100x crazier. What's going on?
It's nuts. I went on a
what was the promise? When I first learned crypto, this was the promise. It was like, we're going to solve double spend in computer science. Meaning you can transfer something from point A to point B digitally and you'll know that can't be transferred to someone else. And everyone was like, what? That's insane.
Yeah.
And now look at what's happening.
Yeah, you're saying I wear a headset and I don't have to drink alcohol? I don't want to live in that world. That sounds like a shit place to live.
I don't know, man. Technology's moving faster and faster.
But here's the thing. That
double spend was the original creation of Bitcoin. And I don't even think anyone who's buying an NFT even knows what that is.
No one cares about that. No one cares about what any of that shit you're talking about means. They want to buy it. And by the way, none of these people, by the way,
NFTs only exist because the double spend problem is solved.
Okay, let me tell you something. No one fucking cares about technology either in this conversation. They care about making money.
Yeah,
money. This is who has got there. The only person I see passionately talking about NFTs to his credit is Bobby from the Hundreds. He actually sits and like explains why he's interested in it because he's like a true creative. Everyone else doesn't give a fuck. It's about money.
Yeah.
It's about greed.
And that's why I think like the people like Paradigm, which is Fred's fund, and Andreessen Horowitz, which has just raised a $2.2 billion crypto fund that actually understands the technology, they're going to make like $100 billion.
Yeah, they will. And I think, and here's my thing is I believe in all this shit. I believe in NFTs. I believe in crypto. I believe in all that.
This was the mainstream adoption.
Yeah.
This was to get the non-technical person that never owned Bitcoin. Do you know how many people I'm like getting texts from that never talks about Bitcoin and Ethereum that are all in on NFTs.
I know you're a Bitcoin guy, but like it ain't even Bitcoin. It's just ETH.
No, I agree. I know.
Day.
I'm an Ethereum guy. Come on, relax.
You keep saying Bitcoin. Though.
Bitcoin's a store of value to get your Midwest doctors and dentists. It'll keep going up.
I don't think so. I think ETH has become that now. ETH is when you talk about like
JP Morgan currently in the United States. This is how dumb people are.
Yeah,
this is how dumb people are. No, the clients of JP Morgan.
Okay.
So at JP Morgan today, you can give them money to buy you Bitcoin. They charge you 2% management fee and a 20% carry on your gains. And people are doing this at scale.
Insane.
As opposed to going to Coinbase or Robinhood and just buying it yourself. They'd rather pay 2% fees, 20% carry. That's why Bitcoin won't go anywhere, because the dummies will always hold it.
Yeah.
They're willing to give up 20% of their value because they're too fucking stupid to get a Coinbase account, a Robinhood account, a Gemini account, a Kraken account, a Binance. I can name 50 exchanges.
Okay, let me tell you something.
You can get a Bitcoin.
If I told you how to buy, moving on to the next story, a Solana ape, and I'm not joking. I tried to do it today.
Yeah,
it's not There's a new wallet, Phantom. I've never even heard of this. I heard about this today. That I need to download the Phantom wallet, go to Sol to buy this Sol ape. I mean, it's not easy. Okay, so like buying a Bitcoin and Ethereum are easy.
Anyone can buy it.
Anyone can buy it. As you go deeper down this,
sure. That's why young people are the only ones profiting off.
Yeah, because if I was just saying, if you told me I had a gun to my head and they said you have to buy a Solana ape by like in the next 15 minutes, I'd be like, just pull the trigger. Like, I'm not going to figure this out.
All right, this is a TikTok clip, Jason. This is advice to anyone who wants to get in the NFT world. Go on the internet and buy an air-gapped laptop. What does an air-gapped laptop mean? It means it's never been connected to the internet before. You can buy the cheapest version and only use that laptop for the purposes of getting on the metaverse and owning NFTs. It's the safest way to not get hacked.
All right.
Because if you go on your Dell computer and start buying NFTs and you're exposed in metaverse and you get swiped, like, you know how many people probably getting swiped, hacked?
Oh, I see these Twitter stories. Man, I lost everything today. 2 weeks ago, they were talking about their life change and they're back to their old life.
You need a air-gapped laptop. If you even want to start, don't do it on your fucking computer that's already been connected to the internet.
Or your phone.
You're exposed.
Or your phone.
Yeah, you're exposed.
Yeah. I mean, most people are doing it on their phone.
Yeah, most people are getting hacked.
Yeah. That's why you got to put it on Ledger. Play it safe.
A Ledger. A close high school friend got a Ledger.
Yeah.
Because of Ian's interview.
Okay.
And he's deep in the NFT game. It's all on Ledger.
Wow.
Shout out to you, Ian.
Yeah. I'm telling you, like, you're seeing what's happening on all these different...
But this is also if you're doing this at scale with money that you don't want to lose. Like if you're just experimenting, sure, don't go buy a fucking air-gapped laptop.
Yeah.
But if you're actually like, okay, I'm going to put a reasonable amount of money that is meaningful to me, security is paramount in the crypto world.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. So if you want to buy some Solana art, you go to solanart.io. And you can go purchase a Degen ape. That's the hot ape on Solana right now. And buy one for me so I don't have to figure it out. But because of this rise in Ethereum and all these issues Ethereum's having because of gas fees, you're starting to see other currencies make a move. So Cardano is the one that's been the biggest move in the last 30 days, reaching an all-time high. And I got a DM from a few group chat listeners and about hyping up Solana. And the shit just went berserk. Hit an all-time high today. It's pulled back now. I think it hit almost $130.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think is near 100 now. But these are all similar to Ethereum in that they serve the same function, have different features, and people are building incredible applications on these currencies as well, on these protocols. And it's creating this insane market. Like the market cap of Solana is $40 billion now. Cardano is like $100 billion now.
Cardano's $89 billion right now.
Yeah.
And Solana is $32 billion.
It's insane.
So the way you should actually think about it, because you can build on top of all these protocols, right? There's no Ethereum killer. I know everyone wants to talk about Ethereum killers.
But there could be many options.
I'm going to give you a Los Angeles native example. Maybe you can think of like a broader example for people who don't live in LA. To get from the valley to the city, you need to use the 405.
Yeah.
But if there's too much traffic on the 405, you can go over the canyon.
Yeah.
You can hit Sepulveda.
Yeah.
You can do all those things. So the 405 is Ethereum.
Yeah.
The canyon, Sepulveda, is Solana, and
But
Cardano.
in technology, if you innovate and you provide better tools or faster, or
It's
cheaper,
just developers, because it's like not even. It could change because the way crypto is changing
That's the
is so
thing.
quickly.
That's what I believe. I believe that all of these things. I'm sure if you took all these protocols in 10 years, 95% don't exist, or there are different versions of what they are. But there's going to be other options, like anything in life.
Yeah,
there are other options.
I think if you're gonna play the token game and betting on protocols, you follow where the developers are going.
Yeah.
And you can follow that real time.
Yeah.
Just on like so many resources, Reddit, podcast, Twitter.
Yeah.
You can figure out where everyone's going. Right now, today, it's not even close. The number of people building on Ethereum,
Yeah.
a number of people building on Solana, Cardano, and no one's building on Bitcoin.
Yeah, nobody. Bitcoin just feels like the grandpa.
Bitcoin
literally feels
US is fiat.
Yeah, it's just like, you still fucking rock Bitcoin?
But that's what you realize. Like, we're talking about population sub 25 for the most part that are playing this NFT game, maybe 30.
Yeah.
Sure, there's some 30 to 40 year olds
Yeah.
that just like got financially motivated.
Yeah.
But your average, like, think about your close friends. Which one of them would buy an NFT? Zero.
Close friends NFT. Yeah.
Zero.
I would bet Brian would be the closest, and he'll do it in 2 years.
He'll do it right. I mean, he just bought Bitcoin.
Yeah. And he's the only one, right?
Yeah. So I think the curve is so steep that Bitcoin's going to exist, because Bitcoin's now like, it's almost like Microsoft. Like, yeah, I understand Microsoft. I don't need to know Datadog.
Bitcoin to me is like Coca-Cola. Like, I just can't even believe people still drink soda, but they wake up every day and they have a soda. And that's what Bitcoin is. It's like, I can't believe when I talk to young people, they don't even mention the word Bitcoin.
No, of course not.
They're saying they start with Ethereum, and then there's a rabbit hole of 15 other things I've never heard of.
Yep. No, I agree. And Doge is just out of favor, huh? No one's talking about Doge.
Doge is a wrap. Doge has disproved you got to have some utility. Otherwise, we're not talking about you.
Yeah.
What happened to Top Shot?
We need to get our guy back.
Yeah. I want to know if his thing went up in value or not. I guess it's not the NBA season right now, so we'll have to wait till the season starts, because I'm sure they have a lot of things planned. Like an $8 billion company now. I'm sure they got a war chest to do some cool shit.
But it's crazy how quickly it changes. Like we thought NBA licensed Top Shot NFTs, that makes sense. Guess what? 6 months later, no one's talking about it.
Nothing.
This is how quickly this shit's changing. This is why, like, I mean, the buy and hold strategy is so scary.
Yeah. Buy and hold on NFTs.
Anything.
Yeah.
Other than like the actual protocols, like I actually believe until developers stop building on Ethereum, I think it's fairly safe. Once they stop building, it's over.
Yeah.
They'll move on to the next.
Yeah.
But I don't know. All of this just seems so. NFTs weren't even a thing a year ago.
No, they were not.
It was all DeFi. Who's talking about DeFi now?
It's a wrap.
It's not a wrap. Like, no one's talking about it.
There's so much money.
Do you remember me talking about DeFi a year? It was actually 1 year ago when I was just like, it was last July and August. I was like, there's shit going on. I don't know what it is. DeFi is, I'm trying to learn. I just don't have the time to learn. And no one's talking about it 1 year later.
No. It's all NFTs.
Yeah. Fascinating.
It is. Well, like we say, I think the goal here is to get educated, learn,
But if you're gonna get in the space, like you gotta follow it every day.
So
it's not like a buying Apple and look at it 10 years later.
So a couple things are going to happen if you're a group chat listener. First is we're launching a group chat Discord, maybe by the end of this week, early next week. And the goal there is, one, just to talk about all things topical that we talk about in group chat, connect with other people, all those good things. But also is to learn, is to learn from on topics like this. And I'm sure there'll be 100 more. And in our community are a lot of experts. So our goal is to gather those experts and have them also start helping and explaining these things, because we will be launching a group chat NFT.
We have to. And ours is utility will be access. It'll be access to people, access to everything from deal flow, access to things we participate in. And I want to kind of make it really limited, like 1,000. Not 10,000, not 25, like only 1,000 as the founding Cathys. I like it.
And let the Cathys bid it up if you want to get in this crew.
If we can't beat Bored Ape Yacht Club,
that's going to be a long ways. They did 100 million an hour. So you want to sell these for $1 million a piece?
Yeah.
Do 1,000, do $1 billion? I guess the crazier and audacious you are.
Yeah, we just need
one person
to push it.
The thing that I learned, someone shared this tweet with me regarding NFTs, which is there's Braden buys an NFT for 600. Kevin buys the NFT, the same one, for 2,000, and Joe buys it for 6,000. And the thing is Braden, Kevin, and Joe are the same person. So a lot of that's happening on NFT land.
Right.
And then there's Steve that comes out of nowhere, and Steve just pays retail.
Yep.
Because he's seeing the price increase. And what happens when you see it? You get FOMO. Like right when we were talking, I was like, should I do 18.5 ETH on this Damien Hirst? Like, it's probably going to go up. But like, we could have been completely manipulated into buying it.
Of course. I think what's going on in what you just described is basically what's going on in the real financial markets. I had a conversation with you how I was so disenchanted with how the capital markets work with real stocks and real IPOs.
Yeah.
Because I've gone through now a couple of them. I see how rigged the whole game is. And why shouldn't it happen in the NFT world? It's happening in the financial markets.
Yeah, I agree. Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I mean, that's what's going on in Wall Street.
Yeah.
It's a rigged game. A handful of people know when stocks are going down. They know when to buy the floor. They pile in hundreds and millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars. They make billions of dollars, and then they rinse and repeat. That is what Wall Street is. So why can't we do this in NFT land?
So, yeah, I mean, we're going to do that. We just need to learn it a little bit. We need to first figure out how to connect our wallet.
Like dinosaurs.
Yeah, literally just like dummies just roaming around. Oh, asteroid, gone. That's how I feel when I'm on fucking solanaart.io trying to buy something. I'm just like, I feel like Ben Stiller in Zoolander when he was like looking at the computer. He said it's inside the computer. Yeah. And he was like dropping it, trying to figure out how to get inside the computer. That's literally how I felt going on these websites. So we're going to launch our Discord and educate everyone so we can all participate in this boom. Or you can do traditional stocks and buy the Allbirds IPO. Allbirds announced they are going public a few months back, and now they have revealed their coveted financials. Blockbuster. Who would have thought that a business making shoes that are sustainable, that are really fucking ugly, doesn't work? I guess just me. They are still going public under the ticker symbol BIRD. They do $219 million in 2020. They did $193 million in 2019. They grew 20% during the pandemic, so that's good. They grew. Here's the problem. They lost $25 million in 2020. And the problem I have with this, I don't have a problem with losing money. I don't even have a problem with the amount of revenue they're doing. I have a problem with the amount of money they've raised, which is over $200 million, and still not able to turn a profit. Tells me that unless they're innovating at a pace that we cannot imagine, all of that money is going into marketing.
Yeah, so I think about it a little differently. I think the real red flag is that their growth rate has slowed dramatically.
Yeah.
So 193 to 219 is
That's
that 20%.
A little more, yeah.
Yeah, so if you go from 235, which is if you just do their run rate, it's a 7% growth rate in 2021. And their losses are doubling.
Yeah.
So what that shows is the business doesn't work. And I think this is a classic example of a business that had they sustained around $125 million, you could have cash flowed it and kept a nice business. The problem is when you go out and you raise tech venture money, you have to grow at a very high clip to keep sustaining it. They're not even growing anymore.
No.
Going from 219 last year to what their run rate right now is 235. Let's say they grow a little more because of holiday, 240. You can't lose money at the clip. You can't be growing your losses if revenue's not outpacing that percentage.
Yeah,
growth.
if you're growing 100%, that's fine.
Because this is where the fallacy with people who don't understand technology is when they talk about software businesses that are growing like 70, 80%, and they're like, oh, they're losing 100 million. But if their losses are growing at like 5 to 8% and their revenue is growing at 100% quarter over quarter, year over year, that business makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that's eventually going to drop down to the bottom line.
Yeah.
And the difference here is this isn't a SaaS business.
Yeah.
This is a real world physical product that doesn't work.
No, so I disagree. I think it does work. And I think...
No, it works at a smaller scale. It doesn't work at the scale they're going at because you can't grow at 7% and double your losses.
Yeah, agreed. It's a tough category. It's the reality is like when you think about D2C footwear, which we are in, it is incredibly hard to acquire a customer profitably at very large scale. So like for our business, we're very cautious in the way we acquire a customer. We're smart about it. And so we're not risking what they're risking. They're probably banking on some crazy lifetime value and saying, we're going to bet, we'll pay $250 to acquire a customer that their AOV may be only $100 today, but we feel like we've acquired a customer for life. And that's the story they're selling to people.
But that's just not true because their loyal customers were their first customers that they acquired. There are the Allbirds guy, right, that bought it, whenever they launch and like, that's all I wear.
Yeah.
This new customer is buying it like, oh, that's cool. And then they're going to get an ad for another sustainable shoe. They're going to find that. Yeah. And then, try another. And then keep moving on.
And this is where, and my real comp for this is actually like just looking at the traditional business. Hoka, on fire, shitting cash. Crocs, on fire, shitting cash. So footwear works. It is a good business. That means something is inherently not connecting on the brand level. Because 100%. Nike shits cash.
This isn't they're trading as if it's a tech company. It's not a tech company.
No.
It's a shoe company that sells on the internet.
Yeah. And obviously they have their stores, but like what they should have done early on.
They're launching 27 stores post this IPO.
Yeah.
This is a disaster. This company is an absolute disaster. What? This is Peloton on steroids.
Wow. And Peloton has steroids because that thing's the biggest disaster.
Yeah, I have zero faith in this company being a sustainable, long-term, multi-billion-dollar company. They raised at $1.7 billion last year, or maybe earlier this year. Like, who's buying into that round?
Well, Goldman Sachs will twist some arms, get it done.
Goldman Sachs is making you buy the shit so that you can buy Discord.
Yes. So they're like,
you have to give $200 million to Allbirds because I'm giving you $500 million on Discord.
Yeah, and
that's how the game works.
Yeah. So it'll be fine. The problem is post IPO, the stock is not going to do well.
Yeah,
it's going to be like what happened to Honest. It's going to happen to a lot of IPOs.
Yeah, they're going to have to restructure. This is going to be the classic restructure. Like Oh,
They're going to get like a traditional footwear CEO in there.
Traditional footwear CEO, some private
Wholesale,
equity company will
tons of
pick up. Yeah, they'll blow it out in wholesale, put it in Nordstrom, put it everywhere, restructure the company, fire all the engineers. This is an honest playbook.
Yeah.
Honest was trading at a tech multiple. It completely didn't work. L. Catterton came in and basically like the business, like
the brand resonates.
Allbirds resonates.
It's a good brand.
It's a good brand. People want to buy Allbirds. They don't want the company to have 75 engineers that are making $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's what Honest's problem. They fired all the engineers. Yeah. They sold it through Target. They restructured the company, fired everyone, and treated it like a wholesale brand.
Yeah, treat it like a CPG business.
Yes.
And what it was. Okay. Moving on to another not so hot company at the moment, Zoom. Zoom finally, I think early kind of pandemic, we saw Zoom stock just go berserk and just was on a rocket ship. All-time high was $588 a share. Then as the country started reopening, the stock kind of struggled. And then, now that we're in like this, basically some sort of normalcy, the stock is struggling. And I think they're worried about growth concerns going forward. The stock went down $58 and closed at $289, nearly cut in half from its all-time high. I feel like Zoom can innovate. We know video conferencing is going nowhere. Like, if work from home is real, and which it is, then this business, I understand the growth struggles. I also don't get why they haven't. I mean, the big thing about the pandemic was how many people got onto Zoom and it never crashed and it never broke.
Yep.
So the technology is clearly good, but just given that we've been 18 months into this pandemic, Zoom added any new features that like make it a better service than what it was? I don't know if they have. Because Google Video has come out of nowhere. Like, I only use Google now. It's free and it's great.
And Zuck's coming for you.
What's he saying?
The metaverse.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to be slow on that one.
No, but Zuck is planning the in-person meetings via Oculus.
But you got to have the headset.
Yes.
So you got to spend the $400, $500. So like, that'll be some slow adoption.
The big companies probably use it.
Like they're going to send it to all their employees. Apple ain't sending no Facebook fucking headset to anybody.
Apple won't.
Neither is Microsoft. Neither is Google. What?
Maybe Salesforce.
Sure. That's it. I don't think no one's spending $500 on a headset in the foreseeable future.
He basically has to give it away for free and then charge a monthly
subscription. Yeah. No one's paying $500 at scale. Yes, there'll be plenty of people that want it and use it and love it, play video games with it. But at scale right now, I mean, Google Video is pretty damn good. I've never had any issues with it, and it's free.
Has your Zoom velocity decreased at all since peak pandemic?
I'm doing a little bit more phone calls. Like, just call me. I don't need to. But I think the habit is there also now. Like, when I say, hey, let's talk, people send me a link. They don't give me their phone number. Yeah, they don't say call me. They don't text me. They say, here's a link. Email me a link. Let's hop on right now.
Right.
Even today, I had a conference call. Like the idea of a conference call, I think, is done. They're just doing a Google, even an audio chat is better than doing a conference call. It's so much easier.
Because you don't have a dial in.
Yeah, like dialing in? Come on. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Oh, I got to remember a 14-digit PIN number.
Especially if it's on your cell phone, you have to like go back and forth from your browser.
I honestly hate people who do that. Here's my freaking dial-in. I got to remember 400 numbers. And
I'm fine with Zoom. I just want it to be okay to not turn on video and not offend someone.
I think in most cases you're okay. It depends. If you're asking for money, I think I got to turn on the video.
Sure.
That is the rule of thumb, in my opinion. If I'm asking someone for money, I show my face, I comb my hair.
I had a Zoom. It was kind of a pitch, but he had his video on, so I just forced myself to turn video on.
Yeah.
But he was technically asking for money.
He was asking. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you ask for money, your video has to be on. But if you're the one giving the money, you could be on mute.
Right.
It's fine.
Okay.
Those are the rules. So what do we think about Zoom?
It's going to be around forever. Valuation, you can toggle that, but it's become a verb like the way Uber has. So even if you say like, oh, let's just Zoom and you send a Google link.
Yeah.
There's going to be competition, but I think they're fine. I don't know what the right valuation is, but.
And there's a lot of competition. Like I had to do like in one day I had a Microsoft Teams, I had a Zoom, and I had a Google Hangout, and then there was something I forgot in another country. I don't know if it was India. They have their version of it, and you got to have the apps for all these. Even Jason and I had to hop on a Microsoft Teams. You got to like download.
Well, that's the brilliance of Zoom. You don't need that.
Yeah.
You don't need a login. You don't need an account.
Yeah.
There's zero friction.
Yeah. All right. I guess that's it. As seen on social. What do you got? All right. Do we have any shout outs today?
Yeah, we have a shout out for Carlos Sicali, who wanted to shout out his daughter, Esbede, who's turning 3 today.
Wow.
Nice.
We have 3-year-olds listening to the pod? That's great.
Yeah. Probably make more money on NFTs than any of us.
I mean, just have your 3-year-old start minting NFTs and we'll be part of the pump and dump. Pay for her college in 14 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Quick question.
Yeah.
Which NFT goes for more, Blue Ivy or Northwest?
North.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't even have to stutter on that one.
And that's the episode.
Jason, what's your as seen on social?
My scene on social is Cristiano Ronaldo going back to Manchester United.
He's going back, so he used to play there.
He used to play there. That was his claim to fame. Killed it there. Moved to Real Madrid in a legendary move, record-breaking. Now he's 36, I believe, 37. He's finally going back. It's funny that he's doing this in the same 2 weeks after Messi finally left his club that he's been at forever. So I think there was that kind of motivated it a little bit. Like he kind of, wanted to also be in the spotlight a little bit. That's my opinion, obviously.
If it was an NFT, I'd be more interested.
Fair enough.
That's all you care about.
Yes.
So
and Bishop Sycamore.
Yeah,
I love Bishop Sycamore.
Would you rather watch Bishop Sycamore or soccer?
By the way, I just saw Cam Newton just got signed to Bishop Sycamore.
I'd watch that. Cam Newton on Bishop Sycamore against IMG. Can he beat them?
They'll get 3-4 million viewers.
I'd watch it.
Yeah.
One pro NFL player against the elite high school prep and a bunch of nobodies on Cam's team. To just run through all of them?
Here's what I would do. If I was one of these like crypto kids that just minted like $50 million on NFTs, I'd go give Cam Newton $5 million to go play for Bishop Sycamore and just let the fuckery ensue.
They should just do a tour like the way LeBron did the St. Mary or St. Vincent's tour.
Yeah.
Like he just went around the country and
Bishop Sycamore goes plays Jake
best.
Paul.
No, they should play Long Beach Poly.
No, I would love to see Jake Paul and his friends play against Bishop Sycamore.
Sure.
This is so good. Anything else?
I don't really have anything as seen on social. I've been looking. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's all we have. Look out for our Discord invite. If you don't have the app, start figuring it out. That's going to take you 2 weeks if you're old. But Discord is where all the action is. We're going to build up our Discord chat and we're going to start talking about it. And join that. And we will soon see you in the metaverse. Bye.
Peace.